Hey everyone, it's Adrienne from Crafty Little Gnome, and today I'm going to show you how I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving dinner with my family. I'll show you how I use the All Access subscription from Creative Fabrica to make these cute, colorful, sublimated coasters. I'm also going to show you the other Thanksgiving projects I created for my tablescape. This post has been brought to you by Home Talk and Creative Fabrica, who have partnered up to bring you the tools and inspiration you need to take your DIY projects to the next level. If you aren't familiar with Creative Fabrica, it's a digital platform for DIY crafters with over 14 million designs, fonts, SVG files, and more for a variety of DIY crafting projects, including Cricut crafts, paper crafting, scrapbooking, die cutting, even needle crafting, and so much more. In addition to all the digital assets available, Creative Fabrica also have a range of classes. There's actually over 1,000 classes on a number of useful topics, including Cricut classes, Etsy classes, and more. Today, we're talking about Thanksgiving. First, let me teach you how I made my coasters using a sublimation technique, then we can take a look at the rest of my table set. Stay tuned until the end to find out more about the amazing deal from Creative Fabrica, where you can get access to their resource and asset library for free. Okay, let's get started making coasters. The first thing I did was I found this retro Thanksgiving SVG bundle and I downloaded it to my iPad. So I just clicked the download button, and then when you click on it in your download files, it unzips the file. The type of file you'll use depends on what type of software you're using. I used PicMonkey for this project, so I used a PNG file. Measure your coasters before you begin. I knew that my coasters are 4 inches wide, so I chose an 8x10 base for my PicMonkey template. And then I adjusted my graphics so that they would fit about halfway across the page. That way I knew that they would fit on my coaster perfectly. You want to make sure you are using a mirror image for sublimation. This is because sublimation printing is a reverse process that transfers ink onto the fabric or material, meaning that your design will print backwards if you don't mirror your image. Mirroring your image is an easy edit in your design software. Once I had my file ready and I saved it to my computer, it's time to print it out. So this is what everything looks like on one page. And you need a sublimation printer specifically with sublimation ink and sublimation paper. For those of you with an Epson printer, there's a great video on Creative Fabrica, which you can watch with your All Access subscription, about how to turn your Epson printer into a sublimation printer. I chose the highest quality settings I could for my printer, because the higher quality the print on your sublimation paper is, the higher quality the transfer will be after you sublimate it on the coaster. Okay, so now time for the fun part. So I've got my paper here with all my graphics on it on the sublimation paper. I'm going to cut them out and make sure that they fit properly on my coasters. Now these are coasters bought specifically for sublimation. If you don't use special ones, then the ink probably won't take on it and it will probably wash off. Before we get started, I'm going to clean off my coaster with a microfiber cloth just to make sure any fingerprints or dust are removed. Next, I'm going to put my design face down on the coaster and make sure it fits okay. And then I'm going to warm up my heat press. When you use your heat press, you want to make sure you use parchment paper underneath and on top. And then go ahead and set the heat press to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Check the instructions on the sublimation blanks to find out the correct temperature and time settings for the heat press. Then apply pressure for 1 minute and then take the heat press off. I waited a few minutes for everything to cool off, and then I pulled off the parchment paper to reveal the transfer design underneath on the coaster. Let's take a look at the rest of the projects I used for my Thanksgiving tablescape. In addition to sublimating the coasters, I actually used sublimation art for my tablecloth. So this is a sheer tablecloth, and I actually used some sublimation prints and my heat press to make a cute leaf print all over it. I created an invitation to send to guests for our party. It's actually a wedding invitation template, but I customized it for Thanksgiving. These colorful boxes are perfect for sending guests home with a little treat. I used my Glowforge to cut out the paper template. You'll also notice that I have these paper leaf cutouts in all different colors spread out all over the table. I cut these out of cardstock with my Cricut machine. I also cut out these pumpkin watercolor place cards and wrote each guest's name on them. Check out the links in the description for all the designs I've used. Okay, now let's talk about the amazing all-access free trial that we are able to offer you. You can get instant access to over 14 million fonts, graphics, and crafts. Commercial licenses are included, and you can try out the subscription for free. Sign up for free using the link in the comments below, and download 10 designs or fonts of your choice for free. Check out the video description for more information about all the digital assets used and to sign up for your free all-access trial. Let me know in the comments what your favorite Thanksgiving project is and what you'll create with your free trial to the all-access subscription from Creative Fabrica. Happy Thanksgiving!